Hey there, and welcome to this screencast about ProQuest, great database that we have here at North for you to use. It's something that's very much tailored towards more high school students and also college students as well. It's kind of a little bit of an advanced database. But nevertheless, let's kind of jump into it. So to get there, the best way to do it is to go to the library website, vsnlibrary.com, go to our resources page, and it's the first link right there. There is a password for it, which is in here. I'm going to not show that in the video, but just know that to get it, it's in there. So when I go into Destiny, into ProQuest, I'm already logged in here and I'm presented with a big search bar. Now I do need to search for something. So right now, as I'm recording this, I'm knee deep in the senior research project. And I'm just going to open up my Noodle Tools page because I have a thesis here that I've been working on for the story The Monkey's Paw that I'm doing my senior research project about. And this is the thesis that I have. In the short story The Monkey's Paw, W.W. Jacobs employs foreshadowing and symbolism to reveal a truth about human nature. People will focus on what they don't have instead of appreciating what they do. This is the thesis of my paper, and this is what I want to search for in ProQuest. So I've already identified a couple of keywords from this, so I'm going to put them in here. Now, I could type them in here, and I could, use my quotations like the monkey's paw and everything like that, but there's also another place where I could put this in, especially if I'm doing more than one. Let me go to advanced search right here, and it's going to bring me to this page where I can put in multiple keywords. So I'm going to type in the monkey's paw, and I'm going to type in the author's name too, W.W. Jacobs. And I'm going to see what comes up from doing this. Now, by doing this, it's going to search for the monkey's paw and for the word W.W. Jacobs too. And if I had another one in here, I can add that in here. Let me just add the word criticism, because I do want to find some literary criticism. So right here, it's important to click this full text button, because sometimes there's just little abstracts and little one sentence citations that are in ProQuest that you might think is a really good source, but then you click on it and it's nothing. So that kind of gets rid of all those things that may not be useful for you. Then we also have this peer reviewed button, which if I click this little icon here, it's basically telling me that peer reviewed articles and materials are publications in which articles go through an official editorial process that involves review and approval by the author's peers or people who are experts in the same field as that author. This is a good thing to click as well. It might limit your search a little bit, so I'm going to put it on for now and see what comes up, and then go from there. And since I'm doing a literature-based paper, the dates really don't matter, but if I was doing something maybe a little bit more, that required a little bit more of an updated information, if I was doing a project on climate change or something like that, I might want to play with those dates. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to click search and see what happens. So right now ProQuest is doing its thing and it brings me in here. So it's already bringing up 14 results. So this is a very limited amount, but the smaller I can get this number might be the better. Even though it's not a ton of sources in here, all these things have to do with the monkey's paw, W.W. Jacobs, and criticism. So let me see what happens if I turn off this peer reviewed and see what happens. So it gives me a little bit more, so I'm going to leave it off. So as I come down here, I'm looking at, the articles here. I don't really know which one is going to be the article that I actually might use for my project. So I'm just going to kind of look at the titles. I see The Monkey's Paw and Freud's 3 Caskets theme. Not really sure what this is, but let's click inside of it and see. So here we go. I have an abstract right here. An abstract is kind of like a little summary, like a very concise summary of what the full article is going to be about. And as I come down here, I could see W.W. Jacobs' name. Let me go back to my thesis real quick. So I am talking about foreshadowing and symbolism. So let's just do a quick Control F search for symbolism. And let's see if it's mentioned. Symbol. So I can already see just by the word symbol is in here 2 to 3 times, and I can navigate to them. And I might really want to read around these areas. it's talking about, let's see, let me go back a little bit. Here we go. It's talking about the word to symbolize. I don't know if this is in relation to the story yet. It is mentioned here, but I do kind of have to read around where these terms are. And I have to, go around and look. Let me just see where the monkey's paw is referenced. The monkey's, there it is, paw. It's referenced 3 times. So I might go here and I might start reading around these to determine if this is something that relates to my thesis or not. And if it's not, and you've reached a dead end, you can always just go back and go from there. And playing with different keywords will bring about different things. So if I get rid of this end criticism and I search again, you're going to see this number of results that come back go up. And now I have 408 sources, and I can see what happens if I put on the peer text, the peer reviewed again, see if that brings that number down, and it brings it to 24. So it kind of it limits that one a lot. But really, this is playing around with the different keywords that you have and really trying to find articles and sources that are related to your thesis. And if you're not doing a literature-based project, something that is really related to whatever it is that you're researching. ProQuest is definitely a robust database. It is definitely something that I recommend for the 10th, 11th, the 12th graders, and definitely something that you will experience at a college level. And it's great that we have access to it here. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and take care.